Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 19 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. This is episode number 181. Today's episode is powered by my sponsor Elgato Gaming and the HD60S capture card, the green screen behind me, and of course the awesome key lights that I'm using to light this video up. If you guys are looking to up your content creation game, then make sure you check down below in the description for a link to my Elgato profile. I'd greatly appreciate it. So let's get on into today's episode then. You know that it's about weekend league time, don't you? And we're gonna try it with this new squad of ours that is relatively changed from what it was last weekend. But before we get into it, there are a couple of SBCs that I was able to complete sort of Thursday, Friday onwards. And of course, there is also a Bundesliga Player of the Month out right now. Well, we got an 86 rated red Julian Brandt yesterday. And the one that's come out today is like an 88 rated red Julian Brandt. So, yeah, I don't think I'll upgrade because I don't see myself using Brandt anyway. But he looks quite good. And I would say that for about 120, 130k, whatever he's actually sat at, it's pretty good value for money if you're using like a Bundesliga squad. However, there are literally so many options in that league. We've shown it ourselves just by showing you what I've got in terms of a Bundesliga squad off of rewards and stuff over the time. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And actually, well, we won't give it away just yet, but I do pack myself a little CARNIBALL player in a moment, and that could possibly fit in that German league. I've given it away. I won't tell you exactly who we get, but it's coming up shortly in this video. We're just finishing off some SBCs right now. Marquee matchups came out, and I've got to say, once again, it was a very forgettable week for marquee matchups, just in terms of overall packs that you get. It seemed like a bit of a chore to do, if I'm honest. I just wish it was like 20% more expensive for like. I mean, it really needs to be better packs. It just really does. Like, that's the way to get people to do it, is if you're giving away mega packs, rare players packs for completing multiple challenges. Like, I think that's how it should be. And I say this every single time. But yeah, this week in particular just didn't seem to really blow me away. But we complete the final one here. Like, I wouldn't necessarily use the exact squads that I've done. I very much try and use what I've got in my club. I went out and bought the Chelsea players. They were the cheapest on the market that I could find at 1,200 each. And it just so happens that they were both 82 rated, when actually you didn't need anywhere near that. You just needed like a 70 something rated squad overall. But just search Chelsea or Everton players, pick up the very cheapest ones that you can, and you should be golden. So, from our marquee matchups packs, we get like, they're mainly like gold packs, so we're getting a lot of non-rare golds right now, which I don't have a huge use for, just because the only other good packs that are out right now, like the repeatable ones, are of course the 81 pluses. Well, they're gone by the time you're watching this, and that needs rares to be submitted. So, I guess by getting quite a lot of non-rares, you could do a bit of an upgrade method of putting non-rares in for 2 rare gold players. But I don't know if that's necessarily worth it to then do the 81 plus. It probably is, but I don't think I have enough to get multiple packs done. So yeah, we'll leave it for now and just stack the club up, because those non-rare golds, they always come in useful for things like marquee matchups along the way, as much of a chore as it may be to complete. And guys, if you haven't done so yet, I would really appreciate your thumbs up on the video. Support started to go up again, which is brilliant. Thank you for that. Well, thank you for the last couple of videos. I appreciate that. And then going forwards, if we could do the same, that would be amazing. So, from marquee matchups, our overall big, crazy pack is Kolarov. It's definitely not one to write home about, but we'll take it. We'll take him and Mounier. There wasn't any great silver players in the pack either that go for a huge amount of coins, I don't think. And with all of the stuff I then had in my club, I was able to whip together 5 of the 81 rated plus 2-player guarantee packs. And this is where we are going to go ahead and pack a CARNIBALL player. It's not in this very first one here. We get Pedro. I mean, I could have used that in marquee matchups, couldn't I? So that's a bit annoying. I can't sell him either because he's untradeable. And we get a duplicate John Stones. I ended up just discarding it. But from our second pack, you can see that we get a walkout. And it's the first time that I've seen a CARNIBALL player walk out. And we get USA right mid from Borussia Dortmund. That is going to be Pulisic, who I think actually looks quite good. Whether or not I'll really ever use him, I think will be based on if we were having to use like USA or Bundesliga players, because he's not really going to get into a starting 11 for me. But 97 pace, 91 dribbling, 83 shooting, 84 passing, 4-star skills and weak foot. I don't know, maybe he makes a spot on the bench and becomes a super sub, because he actually does look pretty solid. So yeah, that is the Carnival player that we were able to pack. Pretty happy with that. The fact that we could get that off of just doing like 5 of these packs is pretty cool. I guess we've done 13 in total now, because I did 8 last week. So from 13 packs, we got a 91 rated Eden Hazard, and of course this Pulisic as well, who's what, 88 rated or something. So yeah, it's been pretty nice to us. I would say that it was worth it to do the 81 pluses. As I'm recording this, I know this is Saturday's video for you, so you know all about what's coming at 6 PM because it was last night for you, but it's not quite 6 PM yet for me, so I can't tell if we've had any good promos yet. So with that being said, like, you know whether or not it's going to be a quiet week or whether there's going to be a lot to play for and stuff, and I'll know that for tomorrow's episode once I've got to that point in time. But yeah, I can show you that that's another Bundesliga player that we could put into the mix. I've got quite a lot of good ones now. Hopefully at some point in time, objectives tell me that I must use Bundesliga for some reason, and that way I can put together quite a fun squad and hopefully compete against other people who are doing the same thing. But right now, it's time to put our new squad into use in the weekend league. So a few things have sold. Like I bought a Donnarumma and a Mandanda because I got duplicates of them earlier, so I needed to just flip them, basically get the untradables onto the transfer list and sell the tradable versions. And then we go into our first match. Here we come up against a Prem team, and well, he's also got, it's like a French team and Brazil and Prem and stuff, I don't know, but he's got Kazawa, so he spent a lot of money on that. He's also done 2 Premier League SBCs for Decore and Lanzini, which I think is a large waste of money in personally, should I say. I wouldn't do that on purpose. However, 4 minutes and 47 seconds into our weekend league, where I'm going to get rid of the tall players for headers and score goals that are nice, we score a header. And that is just how it's going to go. But he hits the post 15 minutes in. What I would say about this opponent right here is that even though I went 1-0 up against him, or should we say make that 2 now, because we're running through with Ronaldo and I am going to slot this one past him, when he got the ball, I genuinely couldn't get it off him. His possession play and passing play was epic compared to like mine. I really struggled to get in the way to intercept or to block, just to block anything. It was crazy. I was getting so annoyed, and I'm like 25 minutes into my first game of the weekend league. That's not good for the old mentality going forward. So hopefully I can adjust that and change that. But I really thought he was going to get back into the game. That was a solid header from Chiellini right there. And at half-time, you can see 60-40 possession to my opponent. However, we've still got the lead. Lanzini then plays it into Felipe Anderson. Good save from Alisson. That was straight into his hands. We're not going to concede from that one right there. Nedved whips one into the box, and Zlatan goes for a bicycle kick. We've brought him on now to add to that aerial threat should we need it going forwards. But Felipe Anderson to Lanzini, 1-2s it with Kazawa, and he's so free. I don't know where Van Dijk's gone, whether I moved him or whether the AI shifted him, I don't know. But he makes it 2-2, and I'm like, oh god, I'm going to let this game go, aren't I? We get it through with Aubameyang. I should have taken it first time. I should have just hit that one. Knowing that his keeper was running out, that was a silly mistake. But we play it through to Nedved right here, who just smashes it top corner. It was a good switch of positions from Nedved and Ibrahimovic, for Nedved to have a little bit more pace to run out on that wing, and he gets through and scores that nice goal there to put us 3-2 up, and then it was actually kind of plain sailing from there. I thought this game was going to go very south very quickly. I thought we would end up losing, but yeah, it turns out that I guess he went super attacking or something, because the very end of the game, I finally found that final gear and was able to stick a few past him, and it ends 5-2. So yeah, like I'll take that. Considering I was 2-0 up, thought I was going to be cruising, and then it was 2-2, and I thought I was going to be losing. Oh, the rhyming, it's brilliant. I should be a rapper or something, or a poet maybe. It would be more fitting. I don't know, but anyway, we go on into the next game after getting our first game, first win. I'll take that. Right, moving on. Prem team again. This guy clearly likes an SBC. He must be a little bit like me. I like an SBC as well. But he's got Joe Gomez instead of Van Dijk, which is someone, I don't know. I feel like Gomez was a lot more expensive than Player of the Month Van Dijk, and Van Dijk's probably more usable. I don't know. But we go 1-0 up to that. Quite lucky. granted. It was pretty fortunate. And then Ronaldo gets it through to Eden Hazard, cuts it back, put a good save from Schmeichel there, forcing that one to go out for a corner. 5 minutes in. We're really cruising right now. We whip it in, and, well, Virgil's there to kind of like backwards volley that one into the back corner. Like, perfect. That was lovely. I didn't expect that. I was hoping Ronaldo would get on the end of it with a diving header or something, but my opponent decides that at 2-0 after 15 minutes and literally 0 shots, 37% possession, I was pretty much dominating, and he obviously didn't want to continue. That's fair enough. I would probably be in the same mentality as well at that stage. But then we go into the next one, and this guy's got a pretty recognisable team in terms of like Van Dijk, Aurier, David Luiz and Alonso at the back. Like we've literally got that defence as well sometimes. But we turn in with Ronaldo and bang it into the roof of the net 6 minutes in. I'm not playing around in this game, is what I was telling myself when I scored that one. I'm not messing about. We need a W here to make it 3-0. But De Bruyne plays it short from the free kick into Dembele. Aguero turns me nicely and bangs it home. That's 8 minutes on the clock. That's a kickoff goal, essentially, anyway. A couple of minutes after I'd scored. Cancelo then plays it down to Hazard. Hazard inside to Nedved to Ronaldo. First time smasher. And I scored that one, and I said, yeah, I'm not messing around. I'm going to build up quick, and I'm going to score the goals. And at half time, I'm only winning 2-1. If I'm not messing around, I need another goal, and I need it quick. However, Ibra, his substitute, plays it over to another substitute, Gabriel Jesus. Not sure which version of him this is, but he plays it across after completely kippering me. He did me with the La Croqueta there. Fair play to him. And at the end of the match, it's 2-2. We're forced to go to extra time. My opponent had actually had more shots than me in the second half. I let the pressure kind of get to me, and actually he takes the lead with Aguero. 102 minutes in. I'm like, oh, I've lost this one. I've literally, he's turned it around on me. This is not good. But in the 115th, 116th minute, I'd gone all out attack, and I got an opportunity to score there, and I took it nicely with Ronaldo after a good little head back from Cancelo or someone. So we got it back to evens, and that means, of course, it's going to go to penalties. So I score my first one. 1-0 Lasty. He runs up with Gabriel Jesus and scores as well. So 1-1, level at the moment. Talisca, my substitute, steps up and gets his penalty saved. He didn't move his keeper. I went straight down the middle, and it was obviously going to be an easy save. He then copied me and went straight down the middle again, but this time I moved and he didn't. Ibra then steps up and gets his pen saved. I genuinely thought I was bluffing him and then went right, but in fact it didn't work. And then he hits his penalty in exactly the same spot, and my goalkeeper don't save it. So I felt a little bit unlucky, definitely. However, we've missed 2 now, and he's not missed. So yeah, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. We scored with Ronaldo, but when Aguero steps up to score, he's done all he needs to do, which is win the game on penalties. So it was a real tough one to take at the time. I felt a little bit hard done by that he got into the game, back into the game late on. But then we got back into the game late on as well with in extra time. So I would say that is a frustrating, but hey, it happens kind of loss. Yeah, player record so far, only 2 goals, 2 assists from Hazard in 8 games. Obviously, Ronaldo's just doing what he does best, always. Loads of goals and stuff. But yeah, I'm not too sure about this team right now. We'll keep pursuing and pushing on in the weekend league. Let me know how you're getting on by leaving a comment down below. And whilst you're there, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Follow the Twitter, follow the Insta. They're in the description down below. And of course, check out my Elgato page, like I mentioned at the start of the episode. Most importantly, have a lovely day, everyone, and I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.